Well, my name is Brian Buchanan, and I'm from the state of Washington, and I've been here for about 3 days. Came on Monday night, and it's been great. We've had, among other things, great fellowship with other believers who were joining in this outreach to the Mormons, and it's just been great to be able to interact with people who love Mormons and want to see them know the truth. It's interesting how we aren't as concerned about our doctrinal differences or our the differences about our church. We're interested in these people coming to know the Savior as we have, and that's the central theme of our work here. So it's just been great. It's neat how when you're doing what God calls you to do, there is unity, and it's not we're not striving to outdo each other, to have our church name or our position elevated above anybody else. We're just it's just great, and the neat thing too is how God gifts people differently. Most of us have different gifts and a little bit different styles of presenting the gospel and interacting with people. It's been great to observe Bill McKeever's method and kind of learn a little bit from him, and kind of draw on those years of experience that he has in reaching out to the Mormons. It's neat to see the response of some people, because they do, once you are able to talk to them, they do realize that, yeah, these guys care about us. They're not just here, they don't hate us, they're not here to put us down, as I'm sure they're being told by some people, and so it's great.
Name's Jerry Holt. Been here at the Twin Falls temple opening. Started on July 11th. We spent the first few days as just Jim Valentine and I out here, and it's kind of interesting getting to know Jim and seeing how we do the outreach here at a temple opening. He's a veteran of many openings. We put out our sacred or secret signs, and from what we understood, the website had like 10 to 20 hits average up until the days that we started holding the signs, and the totals went up to 100, 200, 300, like that. But then on the 17th we had an interview with a local paper, and then the online editor came out and did a video interview of us also that they put on the online website. And that day, the day that the article came out in the paper, the hits on that website went over 1,100, and it was like, wow, free advertising. So we were happy about that. We've had some awesome experiences as far as getting to hand out literature to people. We've had a lot of Christians that have come and let us know that they're praying for us, and they're pleased with what we're doing. We've had some Christians just the opposite, that they're angry with us for what we're doing, and it's hard to understand why, because we're here because we love the Mormons. It's not because we hate them.
As those of us who work in this kind of ministry know, that you don't generally get people falling down on their face instantly when you talk to them. It takes time for Mormons oftentimes to come out of the LDS belief system, and so some of the positive interaction we've had with them has been encouraging to me, because I can see that sometimes you can kind of see that little bit of light that goes on in their eyes as you share things with them and maybe challenge some of the things they've been told, and they think, well, maybe the attitude that we have in sharing these things with them, maybe we're not the boogeymen that they've been told that we are.
we started out, it was like the Lighthouse was the ones that were doing the outreach. We had invited different speakers to come over a 4-week period. Had Chip Thompson of Tri-Grace Ministries out of Ephraim, Utah, come the first week. Second week was Janelle Jacobson and Mitz Nelson. And then the third week was Sandra Tanner, and the following week, or this week, was Bill McKeever. And when we approached a church here in town about being involved in the meetings and coming and letting their people know about the meetings, getting materials to them, the pastor of New Hope Fellowship, as soon as we called him and mentioned it to him, he says, well, how about if we have one of the speakers come to and speak at our church? And from that point, we decided that we would look and see if there were other churches that wanted to host one of the speakers. And the Emmanuel Lutheran Church got the second week, and New Hope did the third week, and then First Assembly here in Twin did the fourth week, and that's where Bill spoke. It's just been awesome because we have been getting together during the open house to pray, and we meet at 7 o'clock and have a group of usually 6 to 8 people that show up to pray, and just, there's no more than 2 people from any one church. It's just been an awesome time where the churches are working together in our community to reach out to the Mormon people. And there's a lot of people in this Magic Valley that have a heart for the LDS, and we're finding that out.